Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's Green Zero here, back with another Command & Conquer 3 Kane's Wrath video commentary. That's right, some Kane's Wrath time. First up, do apologise for not bringing any more of that final series from the Game Replays tournament. It turns out that we couldn't get all the replays from the Grand Final, so that was unfortunate. If you do want to, I didn't want to write cast half series, so if you do want to check out who won and things like that, you can head over to gamereplays.org. And things like that. But anyway, we're going to get on with this game. Of course, a few other things have been happening this week, but don't worry, I'm still able to play and gather footage, but we're not going to go too deep into that because most people don't know what I'm talking about. But anyway, we have our players here today. We have Jack playing as GDI, and we have Swag Don Data, which is filthy, dirty, disgusting Dutch. And let's jump over here on the right hand side. We're on Rift, so again, with all these brand new spanking maps around here, you don't see too much Rift replays on the system these days here. A lot of people are starting to move to the newer maps and things like that, but of course you've still got the classics and it's okay to play on these. Jack here, of course, GDI versus, did I say Blackhand or not? Yeah, it's going to be Blackhand from Filthy Dutch. Now, he is going for ref first. He is Blackhand, so he's not going to try and take the spikes. Not going to do anything fancy, powers down his ref because he does not have a power plant. Just to boost his power plant, no point wasting an extra second or two to place that. Now Jax will be like, I'm going to go for a bottom spike, so he's going to be fine with that. Plants his ref down, Harvester is on the field, and Dutch is now going to start his drafting process. A little bit late, he actually built a Cabal squad. I'm not sure if that was intentional or not, but you don't build Cabal squads. We're not listed early in the game because they're $400, and if you draft a tower, you can get it for $100 cheaper. Even if you draft the barracks, you can get it for $150 cheaper. Again, just pointing out, that's the only faction where you can benefit from that. Every other faction is either cost ineffective or cost equal. So a lot of people point that out before saying, oh my god, drafting is so lame for all factions. I'm like, no, it's not. It's Blackhand's the only faction that can benefit from it. Every other faction either is at a disadvantage by doing it, or it doesn't make any difference at all. But Jack is going to have no problem securing the bottom spikes. He's about to take his second spike now. So we're going to have to see how this goes. Pitbull, that's interesting. So Pitbull scout out by Jack. He's like, hang on a second, I haven't scouted Dutch. I want to see what he's doing. We have, looks like it's going to be the double Reckoner, the double Flame Cell with the Reckoner. This is something Masterleaf has been doing a lot and claiming that it's completely overpowered and wins every game for him. Unfortunately, he didn't actually manage to win any games that he played versus some other people, including me. So again, it's powerful. I admit it's powerful, but to say that it's just like OP, I'm like, are you serious? It's a Reckoner. You know, Jack's seen it. He can just kill it with like one pit. He can probably stop it with one pit if he wants to. Dutch not doing the best job with this, of course. So again, Jax needs to stop it from getting to his base. He's got a second Pitbull here. The other Pitbull is in heavy damage mode, so can't chase it yet. And look at this, he's been caught off. I mean, it's so simple to deny this. I'm not sure why Masterleaf says it's as powerful as it is, because it's just not. I mean, obviously if you get it into the base, you can probably just about, you know, win the game or cripple them pretty heavily. But it looks like Jack isn't going to lose anything. He built a few Pitbulls. He's got 5 of them, but he's got 3 and 2. Dutch does have a Harvester up on him, and he still has the Reckoner as well, which is nice. But of course, Jack does have a bottom spike as well. And we have Scorpion Tanks coming out now. So no 5th Harvester by Dutch. We've got the 4th Harvester already harvesting, and the 5th Harvester is actually almost out, so you can see that his expansion is faster, plus he's going to have the 5th Harvester out. And look at this, the Reckoner, Jack is out and about. He could, yeah, look at this. That's actually nice spike. I should stop saying look at this. Apparently people say in the chat from the last games, what was it? There's that thing that I say. I can't even remember what it is. I should look it up, but people wrote it in the chat. I'll try to remember it later on, but that was a nice dropout of the Blackhand squad just to kind of stop the Pitbulls, because Blackhand is just so annoying. That's it. It was mind you. Apparently I'm saying mind you too much. I haven't even noticed. I do apologize if that's the case. I'm not even going to bother looking through the other VODs. They'll just assume that I've been saying that too much. So I'll do my best to try and not say that anymore. Foxhole down here could easily dig it out. Jack's like, okay, so the Reckoner is down here and he's going to respond. So like, he's already moving down there. And Dutch is like, well, I've got Blackhand. And it's interesting, he's had this Reckoner for so long now, normally he would have used it up. The Rifleman squad takes off about, 5% of its health, so that's nice. That is very nice. And Scorpion Tanks for Dutch now moving through. The Pitbulls aren't going to be liking them too much, the fact that they're out pretty early. There's only 5 Pitbulls, so they can kind of like try to shoot the one up front and try to get back, but it's going to be difficult. The Reckoner is actually down here. There's not a lot of buildings to destroy down here much. There's just a refinery. I said it then, I know. I said it then. Okay, I get you guys now. But this is the thing here. He's got the war factory here. The Reckoner's going to come in, and he's probably going to just deploy here right next to the war factory. Can he destroy the raw factory? Yeah, he should be able to. The raw factory, the war factory, yes. He's probably going to get this war factory, but I mean, that's not too bad. I mean, obviously it is nice that he's got that. It's going to slow the build down a bit, so the Reckoner coming into play, although it's not going to do too much damage here. These tanks should, yeah, really start shooting at these guys over here. He does bail out the Black Hand. There's a tower down there now, but of course the Predator tanks can just come in for the crush, firing up there from one just lone Scorp tank. So that was a nice engagement. The Black Hand are going to run, try to get outside the range of the tower. The Rifleman squad are going to take forever to kill them just because they have so much armor. And they're going to run to the bottom spike, which Jack kind of needs to stop that. Yeah, because he's got, yeah, they're actually going to turn around and shoot now. So there we go. He's still got both squads, and they've both got four members each. So they're pretty heavily damaged though. Jack's probably going to lose his spike unless he sends some units down. That was a good idea from Dutch to actually pull those Black Hand back, so he could go forward and flame down this spike, because you know it all counts, and he's going to be able to save those. Meanwhile, Dutch has used this opportunity to get a double ref down. Interesting placement here, very defensive, of course, to try to bulk around here, and he's going to go for infantry now. So you can see Black Hand players do this a fair bit when they go with like an early game attack and try to make the other guy think they're building vehicles, and then they just all of a sudden like mass transition into their Black Hand infantry, and it's really hard for the other player to transition fast enough if the infantry can get on top of them. It's actually going to dig a foxhole here. Not Predator tanks, sorry, Scorpion tanks come in, they actually crush, but these Scorpion tanks, there's too many Pitbulls here, they're going to get overrun, and they will be going down. So a few Scorp tanks, I didn't actually really get any Pitbulls there. He does destroy the spikes, so that's cool. Wreckage and flames there as well. Jack's probably going to see this infantry swarm. It's not really very threatening, actually. There's only a handful of dudes there. Black Disciple's halfway done, so that's going to be pretty cool. But yeah, Pitbull's going to bug out now to the north. I should stop saying bug out. People think, oh no, a bug in Kane's Wrath, because there's so many of them. We're not in 1.02 plus though, so they're going to pull up to the north of the map. And a lot of Pitbulls up here now from Jack. I'm assuming he's probably he's gone for APM, but he went for double Orca airfield, and he's got a lot of Predator tanks, so he does not have a lot of anti-infantry. He's going to find infantry here, and I'm not sure if you noticed the bikes there, but Dutch is actually just keeping them back. He's like, hang on a second, you know, there's a lot of pits there. I just want to mass up more bikes until I have a lot of them and go rush his harvesters, because if you don't see this many bikes coming and they get into your field, they're going to get a couple of harvesters, and it's really going to make it pay for Dutch there. It's going to do a lot of damage. Meanwhile, we have Orcas down here, but again, there's more infantry, and the bikes are here. This is not going to work well for Jack. He's not going to commit, which is good. He's not going to lose any Orcas, but I'm not sure what he's going to be able to do with these, because he did stop after the 5th Orca, so he's going for double Hammerhead, and he has got APCs there, but APM is almost done. He needs to not engage just yet. He needs to pull back. The APCs actually walk forward. He is going to engage. APM is not done. It's momentarily done. There we go. It's finished now, so probably could have held off that engagement a little bit better. The Hammerheads might have to be called in, of course, not wanting to reveal them just yet. Orcs actually retreating back. APCs here, the bikes are coming in as well, so they're actually pushing in here, trying to do as much damage as possible. Only APCs going down, really, and the Orcas now being forced to expend their ammunition on bikes, and I mean, a lot of them are decoys as well. And I think Jack's going to be okay. Predator tanks coming out from the bottom of the field there, so I'm not sure where those guys have been trying to guard down here. We have a battle marker up there as well. Pitbull's getting shot up. Jack's forgotten about those Pitbulls. He should be able to clean up the infantry, because to be honest, there wasn't really that much infantry here. And I'm not sure where the Hammerheads went. The Hammerheads are somewhere. Did he use them? No, he's got 4 of them. He's got an MCV. Is that a second MCV? No, that's his same MCV. So he's going to have no tech, but he is going to have the middle base. And he's against Black Hand. He's going to quickly overwhelm this infantry squad. That's nice there. He does save that. Oh no, he doesn't save it. So close. That was just luck. Nice pullback though, but it's good to overwhelm infantry squads when they're not at critical mass like that, because you can do a lot of damage. These Hammerheads though cannot be expended like that. They need to get it back. They need to get back. He's probably going to lose one. Yeah, he's going to lose one. He's going to try to chase Pitbulls now. Back here, they're going to be moving around. They need to help the Hammerheads. Oh no, Jack did not pull them back any further, trying to kill as many bikes as possible, but they will be going down. Another Hammerhead here as well. This is not something you can be affording to throw away. These Hammerheads on these bikes, that's not good at all. Meanwhile, Pitbull's trying to shoot up this one SAM turret. He might have forgotten about those. Jack is in a little bit of shambles right now. I'm not sure what he's going to do. Dutch is at the middle field as well, but Dutch does not have a tech center, so there's going to be no obelisks. There's beam cannons, double beam coming out, so we saw those double beam cannons. Pitbulls are now going to intercept these bikes, and it's going to be a pretty fair trade here. Both sides are going to be able to pretty much wipe each other out. I think the bikes might just win through, but there's going to be almost none left. The elite bike goes down, so yeah, looks like, and I haven't got that hotkey set, so I can't bring up health bars. Everyone knows what that's about. But we'll have to check back on that later. But anyway, Dozer Blades, of course, on these Scorpion tanks. Haven't seen really that many Scorpion tanks in the game, maybe about a dozen or so up to this point in time. A few of those Orcas are still alive. They're going to run up to these Scorp tanks and shoot them down. or shoot one, or I guess the orcas are the ones that get shot down. And look at that, he's not actually going to lose any of those orcas. And both of them get away. One tank gets destroyed. He's going to see a few beam cannons. Actually 5 beam cannons here. This is a problem for Jack. He's going to have to building block. He's going to have to building block now. He's got 5 beam cannons on his MTV. Look how fast it goes down. He sells, realizing that's not going to happen. He should try to go for the Reclamator Hub. He's going to go for the Reclamator Hub. Is he going to be able to destroy? Oh man, there's so much damage. The laser field comes down, but it's not enough. Meanwhile, this army here, which was just a little bit behind, is actually going to be able to destroy the beam cannons. So, I mean, Dutch did some massive damage. The MCV and the Reclamator Hub is gone. And some of these beam cannons are actually escaping this fight. And there's infantry squads here as well, but he should be okay. He's going to go for the crush. More beam cannons going down now. Yeah, he's going to go for the crush now, but again, Dutch does not have tier 3, and Jack is in a little bit of trouble here. I hope he's got a war factory, because he's going to be in all sorts of trouble if he doesn't have a war factory. I can definitely see there's an airfield on the radar, but he's going to be pushing forward here. Beam cannons still out, but again, the beam cannons are not what he needs. He needs Scorpion tanks now, but these tanks are so badly damaged that he can just pop them off. He can plant them off. Yeah, there we go. And they do grenade type damage. There is 4 of them, but the Predator tanks are so badly damaged that he can destroy them. Meanwhile, these last few APCs are going to sneak away. What's happening over here? There's a Juggernaut here. That's not going to do him a lot of good. Again, he does have a tech center, but I'm not sure what he's going to be able to do. With these high tier units now, Dutch is going for investing in beam cannons. Hammerheads are back out, which are a good idea. These beam cannons running forward now. I'm not sure if Dutch gave them an attack order and has forgotten about them, but they're running forward. He's going to lose one straight away. He's probably going to lose a second. Nice targeting firing there from Jack. He got the damaged one, and he doesn't really matter because he's going to get the other one as well. And he's even going to get this last one here. So, to be honest, I think Dutch should probably just stop building beam cannons because they really did their job, and he probably could have protected them maybe a little bit better, but it's not going to happen. We'll get this harvester, so that's nice. We have any rifles in there? No rifles. This is a problem. A lot of Scorpion tanks down here, and there's 5 harvesters. Dutch can literally suck up this entire field just about. Well, actually, there's a lot of blue tip there, mind you. I said it again. I'm not sure how many times I've said it. I'm not keeping track. But these hammerheads are going to be able to destroy these harvesters, and that's blue Tiberian. That is not going to. It's going to like drop as green tip, a little speck of green tip. Dutch is losing money here. He cannot afford to have those go down. Meanwhile, empty harvesters getting shot up. Aircraft flying over. MCV is out. The hammerheads left the blue tip harvesters to come and kill the Scorpion tanks. I guess he doesn't really want to lose these 2 juggernauts. I mean, it's not really something he's looking to. The juggernauts could just go for a move and crush if they wanted to. Yeah, they're actually going to get focused down now, but there's a lot of hammerheads here, and there's plenty of hammerheads to actually focus down these tanks. And again, if he doesn't get the husks, that's really a very cheap alternative for to Jack to pick those up later on. But what's important here is that the hammerheads got pulled off the line, so it looks like at least maybe 3 or 4 of those harvesters did get away. There's 2 dead ones there, so I can think we can safely say at least 3 harvesters of blue tip and possibly a 4th from Dutch there, so that's really going to boost his economy. That is just a crazy amount of Tiberium. He's going to be able to turn that into like a hit squad of Scorpion tanks. He's going to want to grab those pretty quickly, those husks. He doesn't have a barracks down. He did have a war factory there. Probably one down here as well, because that's where the MCV came from, but he probably sold it off. Still holds on to, looks like there should be 2 orcas out and about somewhere. I'm not sure where the second one is, but they are just, oh no, they're both together. Just causing problems. Going back to the blue field now, just in case anything crops up there. But looks like the harvesters from Dutch are coming back, and these orcas, oh, they could easily take that harvester down, but they're being rallied to the center here, and we do have, I think that might have been a Q move perhaps, but he's got some hammerheads here. The hammerheads will do a decent amount of damage to the APCs. APCs should be able to finish that last harvester. He's not focus firing though, and he does get the harvester, so Jack here, causing sporadic damage. Bike buggy is on the cards here for Dutch now. That's going to be pretty punishing to what kind of unit composition that Jack has here, and these hammerheads should be able to finish this up. So he's going to probably need Predator tanks to counter this, and hammerheads. I mean, oh geez, don't throw those away, Jack. What are you doing, buddy? Get out of there. 2 hammerheads, not necessary, just to kill a few Scorp tanks. And yeah, towers is a good idea behind the structure though, because they're just going to get destroyed there. Infantry now rocking up. He's only got 2 hammerheads. He's probably going to lose this MCV again. There's just too much units here from Jack. Predator tank is coming. The hammerheads are going to try to sneak shots in over here. Any damage he can do is really worth it, and he's going to pick off a few units. Hammerheads might just want to bug out. Another hammerhead will probably be going down. Elite bike. Predator tank is fighting here. The MCV is fighting. Wow, Jack is actually holding on to this position. The MCV is not losing any more health now. He doesn't have enough units to destroy it, and there's a veteran hammerhead there. He's actually going to get it. He gets it. He gets it. Oh man, that's critical. That is critical. There's a lot of Predator tanks here now. He's actually got 5 of them, and Dutch needs infantry, and he's selling up now, realizing he doesn't have the money. There's 1 hammerhead remaining. I'm not sure if he's got any more. Looks like the airfield might have been sold off, but these Predator tanks are now pushing back all these units. He's going to try to focus down the harvester just to kill off the last economic remnants of Dutch here, because I don't think Dutch has too many harvesters remaining. We'll have to check it out in a second, but I want to stay on this fight here. He is going to pull back now. He does have some towers down here, so that's going to be a nice area to pull back from, but the harvesters are going to have to move back as well. They're going to get shot up. That harvester should be fine. He is going to be fine. Tiberium will damage Black Kane infantry, but extremely slowly because they're just so durable. It's pretty tough. So one harvester here. We have a harvester on this field and a harvester on that field. So it looks like Dutch is pushing just 3 harvesters at the moment. Only one of them really has access to any Tiberium. So Dutch is in a little bit of trouble because Jack is clearly just going to look at that. Sells up as well. Wow. Jack is pushing here now. He's got harvesters. They're going to go back to work now. He sold his towers off. So he's confident he can overwhelm this infantry force. There's 4 APCs here, and he needs to overwhelm them right now. The bikes are going to come in and take shots. Reverse moving to the bikes, not a good idea. The bikes really can't sponge too much damage, but his goal is to just wear down Jack's force here, which is not very large at all. And it's in a position where it's not large enough to really push Dutch out of this area. It's going to cause him problems. Their trade is going to be relatively even, but a handful more units from Jack, and he would have been a lot better in that engagement. He's actually going to kill all the infantry, and that veteran Hammerhead is still chilling. And he's actually going to try to focus it down now. He will not be getting it just yet, but the Hammerhead is chasing, and it is going to go down. So that's unfortunate he lost that. He can't rebuild those. Of course, he doesn't have an MCV, and he does not have an airfield now. We're going to quickly check what he has. He's got a tier 3. He's got a war factory. So the war factory is his only production structure here. So I'm not sure why he's holding on to some of these. He could sell a tower tech center, could sell the refinery, could sell the comm center if he wants to. He really could sell a lot of gear back here and stay in this fight. He's only got APCs now. He's only got APCs versus these Scorpion tanks. They have Dozer Blade. He's actually managing to focus these down. He has enough APCs to cause enough damage here. I mean, gun-type weaponry is it's iffy against Scorpion tanks. Obviously, if you've got enough of it, you can focus them down. But again, APCs will not win a war of attrition, of course, against that. They will ultimately, once the Scorpion tanks have a few numbers here, the APCs will get crushed, and he's got a few too many APCs now. He's going to need more Predator tanks. Again, he did not put a barracks down and recover those Juggernauts. Now, how important those Juggernauts going to be, I don't really know. They probably can't offer too much. Bikes harassing, nice work from Dutch there. I mean, of course, the Juggernauts are going to be nice to kill, like the MCV and things like that, but against Scorpion tanks, they're more of just a draw fire kind of unit. But here we go, engagement comes in. Dutch is realizing, hang on a second, there's Predator tanks there now. I don't want to engage 3 Preds and about 6 or 7 APCs there, hit squad there. The bikes did clean up most of the units down here. There are a few harvesters still going down over here. A big sell-off, of course, down here we have seen now. And Jack is going to be losing more harvesters, so this is just good for Dutch because, again, Jack is literally on no economy. No one's really been able to benefit from the middle tip field. The MCV appears to have been sold off here. I can see a dead engineer there just at the last second. And now Dutch is like, hang on a second, I got to defend this. He's got a war factory and he has a barracks, which is very nice because he's going to be able to defend this reasonably well. Can he sell anything off? He could probably, if he needs to, just sell off a couple more buildings now just to help his defense. He's going to have rockets. He's going to have Scorpion tanks, and he's got repairs from the war factory. Jack, is he going to push in though? That's the thing. Meanwhile, the bikes do get cleaned up. There are Predator tanks here. I'm not sure if any have escaped, but I saw a little bit of destruction there. More dead harvesters, no harvesters remaining. All this engagement's opening up now, and Jack is pushing in. He needs to win this game right now, and his focus firing is pretty good. He's getting the APCs to kill the Black Hand squad, and now he's trying to focus down these Predator tanks. Not these Predator tanks, sorry, these Scorpion tanks. And it's going to be pretty tight. This is probably going to be the last engagement in the game, and Jack is getting worn down a little bit here now. And yeah, he's going to back off. He's like, hang on a second, that war factory, he can just pull behind that war factory, and there's really not a lot he can do it. So again, this game here, very tactical at this point in the game here, and he should be able to target down that very heavily damaged tank. He does. Reverse move almost glitches out, but he manages to save it. The rest of these tanks should be okay. He's probably going to lose one more. Again, every tank that goes down is critical for these guys here because they really have no Tiberium remaining whatsoever. And there was some infantry on Tiberium down there. But yeah, they just don't have the harvesters. They don't have the Tiberium. There's Tiberium on the field, but they are very limited in the way that they can actually refine this Tiberium right now. It's not something they're going to be able to do. Jack has a decent amount of Predator tanks here now, but all of a sudden, there's a lack of APCs. And the APCs are coming. Looks like the husks have ultimately died off. They will only last a couple of minutes, and they will self-destruct. Or just basically, yeah, no longer capturable. They not bug out. So I should stop saying that. But anyway, Dutch has some Scorpion tanks. He's got some infantry here as well. But to be honest, yeah, Jack does have a fair bit at his disposal now. Again, he can go for the crush. I'm not sure if he's looking to go through here, but yeah, this is really intense. Both sides are like, do I rebuild an MCV, or am I going to die if I rebuild that? Because that's $3,500. You know, that's like almost four. That's four Scorpion tanks with change. And he's got a Grenadier squads in here somewhere. I think that, yeah, they're in the APC that got killed. But it's gonna help him win this engagement anyway. He's actually going to come through. Harvest is here by Dutch. Dutch is going to lose this engagement. He's now got Scorpion tanks against nothing but Predators and a handful of APCs, and he will be losing this engagement. He can't afford to sit here and fight these guys here because the Predator tanks are simply better than the Scorpion tanks. He needs numbers, he needs positioning. He doesn't have it. These two Harvesters that Dutch sent to the middle field now are going to be destroyed, and that could be the last ditch effort from Dutch. He sells up, he's selling up, and that's going to be game Jack. Wow, that end game here from Jack, pretty intense. I thought Dutch was selling up. Obviously, he's forgotten he has an expansion still, but that end game from Jack. Again, both sides are probably torn. Do I rebuild an MCV or do I keep building units? And they're both gone into the let's keep building units, so they can't economically recover. And the blue field is in tatters as well. Dutch is doing a big sell. Yeah, he's realized he's got a base down there. So wow. That game, haven't seen a game like that too often. That was pretty intense. It would have been super intense for those players as well. But Jack in the end of it, those beam cannons as well, wow, that really crippled Jack. A few plays by both sides that crippled each other, but I think Jack being GDI, a little bit more durable. You can see the economy there. You can see right where he got the blue tip as well. There's that massive hit there. And you could imagine this being almost twice as large if he got all the Harvesters away, but he didn't get them all away, and that put him level with Jack, and Jack still managing to keep on top of things. So Jack getting more economy there, which was nice. Units up and down, so Dutch always going to have more because he's Blackhand. 2.91 kill death ratio to GDI is expected, 0.34 to Blackhand as Dutch, which is getting expected as a close game. 132,000 or 127,000, so about 4,000 in favor of Jack here. So again, almost nothing in that game there. A full 20-minute game that we had there on Tournament Rift. That was a very nice fight. I can see where they uploaded it because it was just very back and forth, very intense. Don't know who's going to win to the very last minute. And again, both sides played very well in that game. But anyway, hope you all enjoyed that video. Stay tuned to my channel. We have some more games coming up for you, some more action, more special edition VODs. Everything is coming to my channel. Stay tuned, and I'll see you all next time.